Hello, friends. Happy New Year coming up. It's New Year's Eve today. And I wanted to discuss the topic of boundaries. Now, boundaries is something that I've really been working on the past couple years, months, days, even minutes, because I wasn't raised with them. And I realized recently that me over-explaining myself to people or giving excuses or even telling tall tales or lies to people was something that I was kind of raised or learned how to do. And I guess I felt like it justified my excuse or response to people. So let me elaborate a little bit. I have been really proud of myself because recently I have been telling people that I kind of want in my life, but I have to hold them at arm's length because I don't fully trust them. I've had to tell them things like, hey, I don't want to be the middle person anymore. If you want to talk about this person or you have questions about this person, please go directly to them. Because in my family, everybody has to gossip about everybody else. And it might not even come across as gossiping at first. It's just like inquiring about how someone's doing. But it becomes gossip. And I am tired of the he said, she said, or, well, that's not what I heard. I don't know how many times I can count, more than 10 at least, where I find out that somebody has been upset with me and I was completely unaware of it, and come to find out it's because somebody else told them something and they got upset about it. And most of the time it was never even the truth. And if they had come to me and said, I heard this, is this true? It would have been cleared up immediately. And it's a really big pet peeve of mine, and it's something that I can easily get sucked back into, because I'm thinking when people say, how is this person doing, that they genuinely care, and most of the time they don't. At least my family doesn't. The ones that I don't really associate with. So I've really given myself props that I've been able to say this, hey, I don't want to be the middle person anymore. Hey, I don't want to be the go-between anymore. Hey, I don't want to be the one that's the messenger anymore. And also being voluntold to do things. Oh, I absolutely hate, and I don't like saying that word. I don't like saying hate, but I absolutely hate growing up and finding out that my parents volunteered me to do things for family members or neighbors or whatever. And it's not like they included me in the decision. They just made the decision and then I find out about it later. Oh, that absolutely would upset me. And, once again, I don't want to become the upset or crabby or mean person to who I'm actually helping, because they're most likely completely unaware that I was not informed until, last minute that I needed to assist them. So, I had to suck it up and, take the neighbor to the doctor's appointment or go grocery shopping for somebody. And that's fine and well to a point, but it's about asking if I have something else scheduled or asking how I'm feeling. And my parents never did that. It was never important to them to ask me how I was. It still isn't important to them to ask me how I was. It's, hey, you need to do this. You have no choice. And if you complain about it, it'll just be worse, and you're going to have to do it and be punished on top of it. And that's really absolutely no way to treat anybody, especially your child, because what are you teaching them when you do that kind of stuff? I don't know how many times I was put into very uncomfortable situations where, once again, I had to suck it up because I had to make sure that my parents didn't look bad or look whatever, or, yeah. So I'm done with that. And, there's going to be times in my life where I should really have used the boundaries that I'm continuously working on, and I'm going to fail, and I'm going to say yes when I really mean no, and I'm going to feel guilty, or I'm going to feel shame. But it's baby steps. And every time that I do something that I truly mean, saying no, declining the invitation, not getting involved in the gossip, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back because I deserve it. I deserve the gold stars or the stickers or whatever reward, because boundaries is something that should have been taught at a young age. So recently my father, who I don't really speak with, we've been texting because there's some situations going on with his sister, and I've always been a big supporter of my aunt and family members that my narcissistic family members, parents and siblings, have discarded. And my aunt is in a way discarded by my family, and my grandmother was too, and etc. etc. And I've always been the type of person that's like, they've never done anything to the point to ever be discarded. People aren't trash. And so I've had to really stick with my boundaries because I can't save my aunt in her situation. An old version of me would try to do everything in her power to, but this version of me now, present day, it's something I'm not capable of doing. I can be there for support, emotionally, but I can't step in and save the day. I can't take on other people's problems. I've done that all of my life, and it's never really gotten me ahead. And it's mostly put me in uncomfortable situations, or where I become resentful or angry or just taken advantage of. And so my father and I haven't really been talking, but I did feel recently that he needed to be aware of what's going on with his sister, because even though he's technically discarded her in his life, he still does care for her. He just has to kind of put up a front in a way, because my mom and my other siblings that I don't speak with are very controlling and narcissistic, and they're the ones that are like chattering in his ear about, your sister's just gonna need you for this or just wants to use you, which is untrue. She's a loving person, a caring person, and she has no reason whatsoever to be manipulative. She's not that way. So, I had to text him, and it was clearly just about her. And he's been asking me some questions recently that I normally would send a long explanation for, and I even start typing it, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't owe this man or anybody an explanation. And I erase it, and I respond no. And then I don't hear from him for a week. That's fine. That's normal. That doesn't really bother me anymore. And he messages me again about his sister. And I really wanted to say, why are you coming to me? Call your sister. She's a phone call away, a text away, an email away, a drive away. She's not that far. But I didn't. It's not my place. He can figure that crap out himself. He can pick up the phone. I just responded, No, I haven't heard from her. And that was it. And I just was like, wow, Amanda, this is a really good job. You're really doing this. You're doing great. These are the boundaries that you need to continue working on. And if the people in your life that you've kind of separated yourself from, your parents, your sibling, etc., if they have to reach out to you for whatever reason, you need to continue to keep your boundaries up. Because you don't need to get involved in being the middle person. You don't need to be voluntold anymore. You don't need to have to explain yourself. You're a grown adult. You make your own decisions, and that's that. And so I have just been feeling like really good about that. I've been feeling really good about being able to just, if I want to explain myself, I do. And if I don't, I don't. And, the people in my life, my parents, that most people would think, but they're your parents, they raised you, and, you should always respect them. They're your elders. I'm not saying that I disrespect them. They apparently did the best they could with what they had, which is kind of a crock of shit statement. But I'm reparenting myself. I'm trying to undo all of the stuff that they instilled in me from a young age. I'm trying to create boundaries, keep boundaries, realize that I am not a bad person, realize that I've never done anything wrong, work on my shame, work on my guilt, work on my self-image and my self-doubt, and all of the negative and unnecessary trauma that I was experienced, consciously or unconsciously from my parents and other relatives. And I don't need to go backwards. And if I do go backwards, I need to be able to stop and start moving forward again. It's all a process. And so I just want to let you guys know that it's okay. It's okay to, take these small rewards, small steps forward. And it's okay to even fall back into old ways because you're human, But yeah, I really feel good about, telling people, hey, I'm not getting involved anymore. I can't do this. I can't help you. And putting myself first. And it's just the beginning of this solo journey that I'm going to be on. I know that there's people in my life that I absolutely adore and love that I'm going to be technically physically leaving in a couple of months. One of them is my partner, and my aunt and my one sibling that I kind of have a relationship with, and some friends. I'm going to be physically leaving them, but I'm not in any other way. And I've never been super extrovert, visiting, party person. So it's not like I'm technically around them physically a lot anyway. I'll just be further distance wise. That's all. And I need that. I really need to get uncomfortable, get myself out there, make decisions. I'm technically starting over with housing and some of the things that I'm gonna bring okay, and some things I'm gonna just purge or get rid of inexpensively or donate, because I can just replace that in the future. I don't have to worry about bringing absolutely everything with me. But yeah, I really feel good. I really feel like, even though there's moments where I'm going to be crying and I'm going to be sad and I'm going to miss my partner and I'm going to miss the comfortableness, I've realized that I have gone most of my life being completely uncomfortable, but trying to make sure that everyone around me is comfortable, and just keeping my mouth shut as I've been uncomfortable. And so even the situation that I'm currently in, where I'm saying I'm comfortable, I'm not. I'm just used to it, but I'm not comfortable. And I've realized that if it's not conducive to my healing, I need to let it go. If it's not something that I physically need, like material items, clothing, dishes, etc., I need to let it go. The only things that's really important to me are my cats and myself. And I mean, yes, I need to have my job, so I just need to make sure wherever I go, I have internet and I have my laptop. Do I need my extra screens? No, I'm going to take them. Do I need a nice computer desk? No, but it was provided to me by my employer. I'm going to take it with me. But I technically just need me and my cats. And that's it. And the sky's the limit. I need to make sure that when I think about comfort levels and making sure everybody else around me is comfortable, that also includes me. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with making myself small and insignificant and not important anymore. And you should too. You should also make sure that you are important, that your name is on your to-do list every day. And I understand some of you have children. And I understand that some of you are in loving relationships with your partners or your friends or your family, your parents, etc. I'm not telling you that you need to push them away or become super selfish. I'm just saying, remember that you are important too, and that you are worthy of love too. And if you do have all of those lovely people and pets in your life, I'm really happy for you. I really, truly am. I don't have to have the same thing that you have. I'm okay that I have a really screwed up family. It is what it is. It's part of my life's journey. It's what I signed up for this time around. So, with that, I just want to say that I will talk to you all in 2023. And I hope everyone has a safe and relaxing holiday weekend. Bye, friends.